graph of y equals f of x is shown below. So we want to sketch y equals f mod x. Now remember, that's the mod inside, which means you get a reflection in the y-axis, not in the x-axis. Now, I'm just going to point a feature out here. Do you see how this turning point is just before there? That's going to give us a little cusp in the graph, and you've got to make sure you get that. So I'm going to put that on before I do anything else, this little cusp here. And then it's going to come over, go down through 2 as a root. The other root's at 5. And the turning point is just before 4. So it's going to go like that. And let's see where it goes off the top of the graph. It goes off the top of the graph about there. So I've probably got that good enough. I've got a few little wobbles on it, but it's fine. And then what I have to do is make sure that I try to be as symmetrical as possible over here. So there's that cusp you can see just there in the graph. You need to actually make sure you get that. There was actually a mark for that. And then that goes off the graph just there. So it was the reflection and the cusp that they gave the 2 marks for. Okay, sketch the graph of y equals 1 over f of x. Now 1 over f of x is not the same as f minus 1x. You've had that told to you many, many, many times. When you're talking about graphs, functions, f minus 1 is not 1 over f. It's an unfortunate notation, but it's been made clear. So we are actually doing the reciprocal. So we're going to get an asymptote every time this thing is 0. So at -1, 2, and 5. So -1, 2, and 5. So I'm going to get an asymptote here. We're going to get an asymptote just here. And an asymptote just there. Okay. So this maximum point here, which is at 2, will become a minimum point of half. So it's going to be about there. And then it comes down to 0, so it's going to go off up there like that. And what's going to happen in this bit? We've got a minimum at -2 just before 4. So that's going to be, sorry, that was a maximum, wasn't it? So it's going to be at -half about here. And then that must go off down there. And then we've got a bit on this side of the curve, which is going to do sort of, oh, I've got this hand tool, that's not what I want, which is going to do that sort of thing. Now, over this side, it's going to do that sort of thing. So that's it. And mod f of mod x. So basically, we're putting the modulus around this one. So we just want to reflect this one up whenever it's above. So we've got to make sure that little cusp is in there again, although there wasn't actually a mark for it on this particular bit. So do that. I've just forgotten where so the minimum was there just before 4. Of course that will reflect up. So that's going to come over there and down to 5, and then it will go up like that, and then we need to make sure it's reflected on the other side. So just before -4, back down to 5, and then off the top of the graph.